Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Mark from M3 Finish Mobile Detailing, servicing the IE, and this is my detail setup.
All right, Mark, for people who don't know, how long have you been detailing?
So I've been detailing for 6 years. Yeah, it was a long process.
So Mark, what was your first setup when you were 20?
So my first setup was a Honda Pilot. It was my sister's car, and how I got my first clients through OfferUp. So with that being said, the trade-off was use her car, but you have to fill up the gas and wash it. Yeah, every other day after work, I used to work at Walmart. I used to have everything in the garage. When my day is over from work, I'll just come try to get a client. Then I'll put all my stuff in the van one by one. So the water tank, the pressure washer, the generator, the chemicals, everything in the van each day to bring it in and out, and it was a process, man. So that was like our first detailing setup, our van. Yeah, a while back ago, I bought it, and it was an investment at the time. It was a lot, but it was all beat up and stuff like that. And then, yeah, just slowly and surely getting our detailing setup, like building up little by little. The thing is, I started getting like just a little bit discouraged because we had a high-end client that it was in Chino Hills, and he had a lot of exotics like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Dodge Viper. And when I first pulled up to his house, he like looked in the van and, oh, this is all beat up and stuff like that. Like, kind of get me discouraged. So I definitely wanted to get a new van at the time. Like, it was like the goal to get a new van. And he was just looking at the van saying, oh, it's crashed, it's all messed up and stuff. So yeah, my heart dropped. And my first client, man, well, my first exotic client. And I just felt like discouraged. I didn't want to come back just because he was capping on me for the setup.
There's a lot of detailers out there starting out of their Honda Civics or whatever they can. You looking back now, how do you feel about it? Like, you should have upgraded as soon as possible, or was he just a hater? Were you doing what you can with what you have? You know, looking back at it, how do you feel about it?
I mean, looking back, I would say like, yeah, he was a little hater because I mean, I was starting my business and stuff. I was charging cheaper rates than anybody else. So yeah, I guess that comes with the journey, man. Like having a beater or something like that, detailing. I wouldn't recommend anybody like jump in right away to do something like this and buy a setup. Maybe you just want to do something else in the long run. You just threw like 50 or 20, like $1,000, and yeah, I see a lot of people do that. Like they'll get a setup like right away, and then they'll do it for one summer. The next summer you don't see them anymore. So they get rid of their setup, or they post it on IG and stuff, and that's it, man.
Got it, man. So now let's talk about the van. What type of van is it? Yeah,
so this right now is a Mercedes Metris van, 2017. And then the setup was done through Streamline, right there in Glendora. So he got it done, everything's powder coated, and then it's fully wrapped. So we gotta just put the emblems next, man. That's the next thing.
Now, you said this is a fairly new van. When'd you get it?
So yeah, I got it like 2 months ago. We had a Ford Transit 2016. Setup was done through H2O. It had like 100,000 miles on it. I was looking to get a new van anyways, but what happened was I was in Chino Hills and a kid was texting, ran a stop sign, just hit us, man, and it totaled our van. We had to, for some time, to get the money from the insurance company. I was paying my worker, his dad, to use the van for a little bit, threw all the setup, threw everything in there, and yeah, man, just kept going with the business because we do have like weekly or bi-weekly clients, so we have to keep going. People ain't gonna wait, man.
Now, what type of equipment do you have in here, man? What do you want to start with?
Yeah, so right now we'll just start with the chemical rack. This will be like our instant shine from 3D. This is what we use for the interiors or the trim inside. We got a little bit of Streamline he gave us, a little tire shine. Decked out dressing, another tire shine. This is clutch for our details. This will be for our trim, so it makes it look shiny, no silicones. This is our booster, Elixir Quick Detailer ceramic coating. We have an iron remover. This is comes in clutch, more instant shine. So this will be O&R. I recommend any detailer to get this. This you can use like for many things. You can use it for detailing spray. You use it for clay bar, interior wipe down. Yeah, so this thing is really in handy. It has its purposes. This is just an alcohol wipe down for IPA. Foam cannon. I see a lot of people buying $100 foam cannons, a lot of like $80 foam cannons, all crazy. I got this at Walmart. This was 20 bucks, and this thing is never failed me. It's like the Honda. So this one's sick, dude. I like this. It never failed me, never had any issues. If I do have any issues, man, I just go buy another one. I think it's like 17 or 20 bucks. I used to go through the MTN foam cannons, all that stuff, and then just try to take it apart. Sometimes I had to fix it, so it was like a lot of work. And then, yeah, man, just had our glass cleaner and a couple other detailing sprays.
How did you decide what chemicals you were gonna buy?
Yeah.
Because you know, no offense to the detailing community, but there's a lot of hype out there right now.
Yeah.
And there's so many different chemicals coming out every day.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
The chemicals that come out every day, they have their purposes. Right now, like what we started picking is what works for us. Yeah, like we stick with Shinesupply. Shinesupply is a good brand. Took their training, and it's a solid brand. I like their products a lot. The new one, Koch Chemie, this brand is pretty good, but usually all our stuff is Shinesupply, and then a little bit of carpro, and then some little optical. But that's usually our go-tos on every detail or anything like that.
When a new detail supply company is pitching a new chemical, do you like to try it or do you like to stick with what you have?
Yeah, so like when I was younger, I used to buy so many things, man. I used to buy from Walmart, from my first go-to products were Chemical Guys. So I think that's everyone starts out as Chemical Guys or Walmart. So the Chemical Guys thing is cool. I'm not gonna bash their brand or anything like that, but they have a lot of products for a lot of stuff. For instance, like they'll sell you soap for black cars, they'll sell you soap for white cars, they'll sell you soap for glossy finishes, matte finishes. I think every product is, I don't know, man, their product line is just a lot. So going back to that question, would I use different products? If I would kind of, in a sense, like I would say, like if someone gives me a product, I'll try it out, because we get a lot of like samples from like 3D or any other, like from Streamline, we got some samples from other companies. They'll give us samples to try it out. But yeah, I definitely, I kind of like stop buying newer things and trying them out, because man, you got to make that money, man.
So what's next?
Yeah, so then after, so we have the Honda GX200. This is our pressure washer, Krenzel pressure washer, but it gave out within a year because we work 6 days a week. We have a lot of clients, and I like that pressure washer a lot, but it just gave out, man. So we went back with gas, and it seems to work a little bit better. We have higher PSI, and then we have our Koch reel hose for our vacuum. So this one helps us cut down the time a lot. We just pull it out. Here, I'll just pull it out for you guys. Well, the reason why I leave it like this, because, or tied in the setup, is because right here happens. It heats up and then it'll start melting the hose. So I gotta put it a certain way. So what I do, I wrap it around the car, or actually the generator. And then, yeah, I'll start vacuuming what I gotta do. And then when I'm done, leave it right there. And just come roll it back up. Oops. Roll it back up, tighten it up, and just put it back where I had it. Because if I leave it down, it's gonna get burnt. And then we have our air compressor. This is our Tornador. We use it to blow out any like dirty carpets on our floor mats or anything dirty. We just blow it out with this. This comes in handy. I recommend anybody get a Tornador. And then this will be our Koch reel hose with our 100 feet line. And then yeah, this is the MTM gun. So yeah, I recommend 100 feet because sometimes we work with a lot of cars, so that 50 foot doesn't reach sometimes. So definitely 100 feet. And then a good thing too, I recommend people getting this right here. This is to help you. So if your hose gets caught, you'll start to see like it gets wear and tear, and it starts later down the line, it'll just blow up on you because you keep rubbing it on the tire, it gets stuck. But yeah. I'll roll this back up, and then we have our electric reel. We just plug it in our Predator generator. I recommend this generator because I used to have a Honda EU 300, and it was a good machine, but when it gives out, man, it gives out. And then to get it serviced, it takes about a couple months to get it serviced because everybody has lawnmowers or something like that. Usually that's who fixes them. And yeah, I don't have time to like sit for 2 months, 3 months to get it fixed. So if this gives down and got the warranty, get a brand new one.
Now it says super quiet inverter.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any issues where you show up early in the morning to a detail and then the neighbors be like, hey, don't do that, stop, this and that? Has that ever happened to you? Yeah, we get a lot of people like sometimes complaining, like, because we start early in the morning as we can, sometimes 7 in the morning, I guess, like where we're located at, they have HOAs and stuff like that. So some people do complain because it's not 7:30. We get there at 7 and start. The pressure washer is the loudest thing, and it has a lot of noise, and some people do complain. So what do? Do you talk to your customer? Do you wait? Yeah, sometimes we'll talk to customers, say what they want to do, if they want to come back. If not, we'll do something else in the meantime, so it hits that time, then we can turn it back on. 7:30? Yes, so sometimes 7:30, 8 o'clock, depending on the Rancho, 7:30. Chino Hills is, I think, 7 in the range, but yeah, everyone has their own thing. We use these for our keys if we have like a lot of jobs. Let me get a key real quick. Hold on. So sometimes we have like accounts that have like fleet washes. We'll put their keys here and leave them hanging so we don't lose them. Or it has another purpose. We'll use it for our drying towel. Sometimes we'll move this stuff right here, and then we'll just put it down right here so it dries.
and then we could just put it back up, or we have more towels we could just use. And then this would be our extra vacuum tip if we lose it. Our other vacuum tip, it's a wide vacuum tip. And then these are our tire shining brushes, and then our brush for carpet if we need it. This thing right here would be for our chemical dilution. Say we have a gallon, we need to pour, we just pour or whatever, say this to recommend dilution ratio, and then so we don't spill or waste any product, put it back, and then we'll use our water to get it in there, turn it off, and then our chemical's ready. So yeah, and then this one here is a VX5000. I recommend people get a steamer. This one runs about like $1,000 right here, but it serves its purpose. A lot of people want to go Vapor Chief because it's not it's down filling. You could fill it up whenever you want to, but I recommend this one because it has a certain mode where it's like a little mini pressure washer mode if you need it. So this one's legit for floor mats or tight crevices. So I recommend this steamer. Steamer is really good. That's what we have. Then we have a carpet extractor.
VVAC or the Aqua?
The AquaVac. Yeah, I seen a video. You did a video with some dude that has the AquaVac.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this from another detailer. He sold it to us, and I don't really use the carpet extractor as much. So this is like a big debate between steamer or extractor. Which one I should go with? I would say, like, depending on the job you're doing, but if you're barely first starting off, it's a hard one because when you barely first start off, you're gonna clean a lot of dirty cars, a lot of dirty interiors. So I would recommend, if you're gonna start off, try to get an extractor because you're going to need it. You're going to get all those jobs. But for a long time, I recommend this one right here, the VX5000, because what I do, I steam the carpets, I steam the seats, I can steam the cracks and crevices. I can use this. This is way more versatile than this thing because this only has one purpose. This has many things you can do with this. Let's see. We have our blower to blow out all the cracks and crevices. This one right here, this one serves purpose. I see people that they use the blow gun or the master blaster from Metro. It's a good thing too, but I'm not gonna spend like $700 to blow out the car when this does the same thing. We have a backup vacuum just in case. So sometimes how we do it, like right now, we're gonna be working on this car, but then my worker is gonna be out and about. He has a backup vacuum, I have a backup vacuum. So we have 2 vacuums at a time. So we have it just in case if we need it, or if there's a car that has like a lot of pet hair, we'll both vacuum together and knock it out faster. And then we got our drill. Right now it has an attachment, but yeah, we use our drill to agitate carpets or what is it called, seats with our chemicals. Recommend that. And then when we have in here, we have our pads. This is for polishing. All our pads are in here. Let me get this out. So these are our polishing pads, our foam pads, microfibers, and then our 3 inches. That's what we use. I never use this, so put that right here. It came with the attachments. And then yeah, we have our, let's see. Take this out real quick. So we have our other stuff, our 5-inch roops, and then we have our 3-inch. We have our rotary in here also. And then we have, let's see, our correction light. We get this from Harbor Freight. This one does the same as Scan Grip. This is like $30. The Scan Grip's like almost like 90 to 100 bucks. Does the same thing. I recommend that. Well, also I modified this one right here. This one has a Kevin Brown washer inside, so it spins consistently with a detail division backing plate for more cutting, more power. So I recommend getting that if you want to upgrade your polisher. And then so now we got our vacuum. This is our strong vacuum, man. This one has 2 motors. This one right here is around $700 just for this vacuum. I'd rather spend money on the vacuuming. It's gonna take the longest. I want to cut it down on time. So this is a 2-motor vacuum, super fast. It sucks like crazy. Compared to that, that's like really like nothing. And then we have our own hoses. This would be our vacuum hose and our extractor hose right here for the Aqua. Get that down in. And then yeah, we have our steamer attachment and our other attachment for the extractor. And then we have our air compressor on this side, air compressor, and then all of our compounds, polishes, gallons. We recommend Shinesupply, a little bit of Shinesupply. And also another good product I would recommend is this one. This one's really cheap. It's like 20 bucks a gallon or $22 a gallon. It's just almost as Wise Guy. It's strong and you dilute it 3 to 1. It's really, really strong. So I recommend getting this. This saves you a lot of money on degreaser. And then I know people like to go on different soaps. This one right here is the Meguiar's Hybrid Wash. And this one's dilution 400 to 1. If you go to the Harbor Freight, they sell them for 25 bucks. It's way stronger than any other soap that you have. Yeah, man, just some glass cleaner, and yeah, just all the tire shines and everything that we need. We have it just in case, so to fill up. So this is my setup right here. You've seen everything. Make sure to drop a comment below. Once again, my name is Mark from M3 Finish Mobile Detailing, servicing IE, LA, and OC. If you need a detail, all my information is down below. Thank you.